Welcome back to Healthy Edge Radio, where our goal is to make Rochester America's healthiest city. I am John Hutchings, and I am joined today by Heather Saffer. She is the creator of Dollop Gourmet Frosting, and she just got a deal on Shark Tank. That was pretty cool. I mean, we talked about that in the first segment, and if people want to, if they missed us, they can listen to the podcast at healthyedgemedia.com and pick up that part of the conversation. Maybe if I have time here, we'll touch on it again, but when we went to break, we were starting to talk a little bit about CrossFit. You and I do some CrossFit together. Are you crazy about CrossFit? Are you like in the cult?
No,
so to speak?
I'm not at all. I don't even, when people will like call me a CrossFitter, I say I'm not a CrossFitter, I just do CrossFit.
I've been doing it for about 6 weeks down there at Monroe County CrossFit, and I get you. I get you. I don't know if I'm in the club, so to speak, but I do love the workouts.
Yes, I love the workouts. I don't do the competitions though.
Oh, you've never done one?
No,
I
I've
think
never
I want to
done
do one.
one.
I just want to benchmark it because I ran like 5Ks and marathons for a while, and it was cool to see where you are and see how you can improve against that.
Yeah, I'm not very competitive.
No?
No, not really.
So that has no appeal to you?
Not really. Even doing the WODs, I don't get real competitive.
You don't get a warm fuzzy by putting your number on the board and seeing that it's better than your rival?
It's not usually better than most people, so.
You do all right. You're a pretty good CrossFitter.
I do okay. It's everyone's doing something different so often that there's not many people to even compare yourself to if you wanted to.
You're right.
And so I think that kind of you just put your number up and
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And plus it's so varied by design. I mean, they want to be, I wouldn't say random, but varied in the workouts. It's rare that you'll do the same workout again, even if you're just benchmarking yourself. I mean, you can do your maxes and stuff like that, but it's hard to see where you're at.
Right. And I think I don't benchmark myself because I know that there's going to be some days I feel better than other days. Some days I'm extra tired. Some days I'm super stressed. Some days, so it could be a bad day. It could be a good day. What am I really benchmarking it against? I don't know.
Right.
I mean, and you can't constantly get better. Sometimes you're going to get better. Sometimes you're going to get worse. Sometimes you're going to get better. So if I'm benchmarking, I'll feel good on those days I got better, but I'm then going to feel bad on those days I got worse.
Right. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, as you point out. Do you think, we were talking in the last segment about, social media and the influence that it can have on us, and then we talked about you have an eating disorder. You've had anorexia. Is CrossFit a healthier all the way around, not just the physical? Do you think there's a mindset in there that other stuff doesn't matter, where it's, like in bodybuilding or general weightlifting, people are so obsessed with a look? Do you feel like CrossFit's healthier in that regard?
I don't know. I mean, I think it depends who you are and where you are. I think it can definitely be unhealthy, just as the other things can be unhealthy. I think if you get super competitive, then it can be unhealthy. If you push yourself to a point that you get hurt, it can be unhealthy. So I think it's very individualized, and it depends probably on the gym you're at, as to who you're surrounded by.
Well, let's do a plug for Monroe County CrossFit, because you obviously landed there, and I think one of the conversations we had, you like that they have an open format. You can start the WODs whenever you want, as opposed to being there right at the stroke of 9 or 10.
Exactly.
Or you'll get penalty burpees and all that punitive action.
Yeah,
You like the open format.
I need the open format. I don't really have to be anywhere at any specific time in my entire life, and it's planned that way.
Yeah.
So
give yourself some latitude.
Yeah, I love the open format, and I love that no one is really competitive against each other. Like, we're all very supportive. Everyone's from all different levels, and it's just kind of fun. Like, you don't feel pressure.
Yeah. I've tried to strike up a rivalry down there with Matt Malloy from Channel 13. I tried, because he's really good at CrossFit.
Yeah, he's really good.
He only weighs 130 40 pounds maybe.
If that.
Yeah, he's light. So I mean, the measurables, like I'm gonna lift more weight than him, and he's gonna kill me in the endurance and the
You gotta come
metabolic
take I
conditioning.
take spin Saturday mornings with him.
I've been telling him I'm gonna come into his class. So
You
I
should.
will,
I'm usually in it.
yeah,
And then I do the WOD afterwards.
I know you're a badass like
or
that.
Or before.
Yeah, you're in great shape. I mean, I admire you. I look up to you. And I hope to get in as good a shape as you.
Oh, stop it.
But, I got 15 years on you, so I got to work at least, twice as hard to get there. But, yeah, it's a great community. You talk about Matt and you talk about Derek DeSalle, who also teaches a cycling class. And he's a power lifter, deadlifting 600-700 pounds.
Yeah.
On a spin bike. There's a dichotomy if you ever saw one. But there's some cool people down there. The coaches are great. I've gotten some great coaching. I've been in this business 20 years. I don't think I know it all. Some people will accuse me of acting that way, but I've learned things already from Angela and Ron and Tim and Kayla. I mean, they're all great down there.
Right.
We're actually going to do a transformation. It's an 8-week program. We're looking for 6 men, 6 women, new to CrossFit, come in and go through 8 weeks of CrossFit programming at Monroe County CrossFit. And it's only $25. Ron wants them to have some skin in the game, so they got to pay a little bit. And then the top male, top female transformation will get a 6-month membership to Monroe County CrossFit.
That's an amazing deal.
That is an awesome deal. And they're going to get to work out like next to you. You're like an entrepreneurial
well,
guru.
for that, they should be paying way more than $25. I'm kidding.
Absolutely, they should. You should charge them extra to stand next to you. Have you been down there when Quentin Goss works out?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing too. I mean, he's in camp right now, NFL, Philadelphia Eagles, Rutgers grad, local guy, Bishop Kearney High School, and he's down there. He was doing cleans, 3 reps of cleans with 275 pounds, like it was nothing.
Insane shape. It's just, he's beautiful to watch.
Yes, beautiful is a good way to put it. I would agree with that assessment. So you get to work out with superstars on top of everything else down there.
Right.
So, there's our plug for Monroe County CrossFit. Hopefully people will. They can send me an email on johnh@fitnessedgemedia.com if they want to get involved in that. It's easy to do so. Or just show up at the door down there. They'll figure out what to do with you. Let's wrap up here. Let's talk about Dollop one more time. As a business, are you growing? What kind of growth are you experiencing? It's got to be astronomical after you go on the Shark Tank, right?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was a big hit, especially with my e-commerce store. And I just exhibited last week at the Fancy Food Show at Javits Center in New York City. So I got a lot of interest from new retailers and different places. So I'm just kind of taking it all in and trying to catch up.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm a little behind on stuff.
Well, sometimes you go 2 months before you return a phone call. It happens, right? But, the good news is that's a good problem to have.
It is.
When you're just so overwhelmed with business.
It is. I'm currently looking for help in different avenues. So,
okay. Do you want to put a help wanted ad out here? Or are you afraid of who might apply?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a double-edged sword having employees. It's great to work through other people, but then you're working through other people, and they come with people-like problems.
Right, exactly. So
it's scary.
I'm trying to figure out who actually I need help from, and mostly like professionals that are in the industry and know what they're doing.
Now, how helpful has Barbara Corcoran been? I heard on the podcast you haven't really connected with her too much, unless that was a while ago. How instrumental has she been in helping you?
I'm in touch with her point person, and I mean, I can ask them questions. It's not really, I knew I wasn't going in and getting like comrade
right
there, especially for...
They always make it look like she is, though, like on the follow-up when they say, oh, we went to $7 million in sales, and there's Barbara like shaking hands and kissing babies.
Right.
But her team does have value to it.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm definitely looking for investment, for outside investment, so... Okay,
you're still looking for investors to grow.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, definitely. So.
What else? Any other product development? Are you taking what you got here and you're running with it for now?
I'm running with it. I do have a new product in development. I'm hesitant to say what it is yet, though, because we're still kind of getting
No
through
pressure to
the.
break any news here on Healthy Edge Radio.
Well, it's not available yet. We're still kind of working through the process. I did show it at Fancy Food Show last week, and there was a ton of interest in it.
Oh,
So
people went goo-goo over it,
yeah,
huh?
they did. They kept coming and saying it was a genius idea. So
Really?
yeah, so
How is that on your ego? I mean, you talk about, managing some things throughout this show. I mean, I'm afraid of getting too much praise in my life. Sometimes I get
really,
big-headed. And how are you dealing with all these accolades coming your way?
I think I'm like one of the most humble people. I'm very self-deprecating, so I I'm not afraid of getting too big-headed
No,
ever.
you
No.
just keep heaping the praise on then, right?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I'm very hesitant to praise myself. I'm very hard on myself. So, I don't think I'll ever have that problem where my ego is gonna get too big.
Your grandma did that for you. She kept you in check.
My grandma was amazing. My grandma loved me. She just passed like 6 months ago,
Oh,
and so yeah, no, she didn't keep me in check really.
no.
She was
She
the
she
one.
told you that you could do it.
She was
sold
the
you on the
one.
power of your dreams.
She always wanted me to find that perfect guy though. That was like her big goal for me, and I let her down.
Oh man.
I
Well,
know.
I'm sure the perfect guy will come along.
Right.
Doesn't Barbara Corcoran invest in a matchmaking service too?
No, I don't
No?
think so.
No, she didn't buy on
No.
that one.
No.
Okay.
No, she surrounds herself with beautiful people though.
Oh, I bet.
Her point person is like ridiculously good looking.
A guy or a girl?
A guy.
Oh, there you go.
No.
No?
I mean
You only
I'm
think about
just-
it a little bit.
I just see him, I'm like, you're just ridiculously good looking. Like, come on now.
Hey, well, listen. This is a perfect end to the show. When we start talking about ridiculously good-looking people, we've run out of things to talk about, which is perfect timing because we have to wrap up here. We've been talking with.
Sorry, I spiraled that.
That's all right. It's okay. I like your thinking. I like beautiful people too. Who doesn't? We're talking with Heather Saffer. She's the creator of Dollop Gourmet Frosting. She just got a deal on Shark Tank with Barbara Corcoran. She's on the shelves. Well, she isn't personally, but her Dollop Frosting is on the shelves here locally at Wegmans and Lori's Natural Foods. Do yourself a favor and pick up all four flavors. You have four flavors.
Yes.
Apparently they didn't have the fourth flavor, or I missed it.
Sold out.
Wegmans. What is the fourth? It's peanut
Peanut butter cookie dough, yeah.
Oh, everyone loves peanut butter,
Yeah.
so I'm going to have to run back and get that. For me, I'm John Hutchings. It's been my pleasure to share this past hour with you on Healthy Edge Radio, and I'll talk to you again next Sunday at 9 a.m. right here on Healthy Edge Radio. Be sure to check us out on all the social media channels and at healthyedgemedia.com. Thanks for listening, and have a happy, healthy week.